Good morning, everyone. Will Dupree here in the KXAN live studio. What we're seeing right now is a live image from Corpus Christi where a large fire is burning just behind this reporter that you can see right here. So this is a feed coming in from our sister station, KRIS, in Corpus Christi. They're reporting on the fire and providing this live image. One of their reporters is going to go live here in just a moment to give the latest details about what's happening, but you can see directly behind him very heavy, dark smoke rising up from that area there. This explosion happened early this morning at about 8:05. Firefighters say the fire started at a barge when it apparently hit a pipeline at this particular location and caused an explosion. That led to that fire that you can see burning just behind this reporter that is sharing some new details with his station in Corpus Christi. That station, our sister station in Corpus Christi, is reporting that at least 6 people have been sent to hospitals because of this explosion. Some of the people ended up in the water there at that port because they had to jump in to avoid the fire and the flames and the explosion. Some people have apparently been reportedly flown to Brooks Army Medical Center burn units to get treatment for their injuries. And a company that owns this particular location said that it is treating 6 people from the explosion. The extent of their injuries is unknown at this time. I'm monitoring what this reporter is saying. He's about to do a live shot here in just a moment, so we might take that so you all can hear what he is finding out. But once again, if you're just joining us, we are talking about a pipeline that exploded in Corpus Christi and caused a large fire. The explosion happened after a barge struck the pipeline, leading to the blast. So again, we are awaiting a reporter in Corpus Christi to do a live shot there for his station, KRIS, and we will take that as soon as he begins talking about his reporting. But you can see directly behind him, behind those bins and silos, I believe they're grain silos, there is very dark, heavy smoke billowing up from that location. That's where the fire and the explosion happened earlier this morning, again at about 8:05. And dark smoke has been rising there ever since. What we've heard is that there are at least 6 people who have been taken to hospitals because of injuries related to that fire and that blast. So thank you all for joining us to be able to get this information. Again, it's very limited at this time, so please bear with us. We are awaiting this reporter to do a live shot, and we'll dip into that so that you all can hear what he has found out at this location in Corpus Christi. The station there is reporting that this happened on Refinery Row. If you're familiar with that area, this happened near Lantana and I-37, and it may be at Epic Products. That is what KRS is reporting there. Once again, we are awaiting a live shot from this reporter. I'm just looking over here to see some details that are coming in, to see what new information we can share at this time. We're going to see what this reporter says here in just a moment. Take his live shot so that you all can hear what he's been reporting. As you can see just behind him, there are a number of fire crews as well as a state trooper with the lights on. Advise people to stay away from this area. However, the reporters are there to cover what is happening. But dark smoke is billowing up just behind this reporter. You can see behind those bins. Please bear with us as this reporter is about to do a live shot for his station, and we'll take that as soon as we can so that we can learn the latest from him since he's been reporting there all morning. This is a feed coming from KRIS. That's our sister station in Corpus Christi. They've been out there reporting about this explosion and fire since it happened at about 8 o'clock this morning. And fire crews are still on scene. Clearly it has not been contained. You can see the dark smoke billowing just behind the bins behind this reporter who is awaiting his live shot. We are working to gather more information at this time. If you know anybody that might live in that area, you might give them a call, check on them. Potentially, if anybody works in there, check on them as well. From what we're told, at least 6 people have been sent to hospitals after that explosion this morning. A barge reportedly hit a pipeline at this port, leading to the explosion and the major fire that you can see burning just behind this reporter gathered there at the scene in Corpus Christi. I'm still working to get some information about which company exactly owns this particular spot and what the operation might have been there, so just bear with us as we try to gather those more details this morning. I'm going to take that off just for a moment so that the reporter can gather his thoughts, and we will take that live shot here in just a moment. I'm looking at the article at the moment that KRIS, our sister station in Corpus Christi, has published about this. They have the latest details about it. From what we know, the incident happened just after 8:05 a.m. near Lantana and I-37. That station is being told that it's potentially Epic Products where the fire happened near Lantana and Navigation. Firefighters said the fire ignited at a barge, which is at this point fully engulfed. The fire then spread from the pipeline to the grain elevator. The station is reporting that multiple people during the explosion ended up in the water and have been rescued by Valero personnel. Some reports are saying victims burned in the explosion have been flown now to Brooks Army Medical Center burn units to receive treatment for their injuries. Christus Spawn Shoreline representatives, and I may be saying that company incredibly wrong at this point, but that company is saying that they are treating 6 people from the explosion. The extent of their injuries is unknown at this time. KRIS has reported that Epic Products had a brand new pipeline built for loading at this particular location. They are told that the new pipeline was going in at the facility and that there was a pipeline rupture at the barge loading dock. Now, a lieutenant with the U.S. Coast Guard says a dredge struck a submerged pipeline, causing a fire in the Corpus Christi ship channel, so the port has shut down that, while inner harbor toward the harbor bridge. The owner of the barge said they had multiple employees working at the site at the time of the explosion. Corpus Christi police have closed off that area, and they're asking people to please avoid it while this response is ongoing. It appears the reporter I'm listening into my ear, he may be set to go here in just a moment and deliver a live shot for his station, and we'll take that live for you all so that you all can hear what the latest details are from that scene. Let's go there now.
So right now, everything is unknown. Everything is mysterious right now, as we know, but we do know that Chief Rocha did say that they are investigating this incident. They are trying to confirm exactly what caused this incident, as you were talking about that dredge with that pipe earlier, but they are trying to confirm exactly what happened at exactly what time. But what we do know, I do want to move out of the way so that you can see incredible plumes of smoke right now. What we do know is that Chief Rocha did tell us that 6 people are currently at Corpus Christi Shoreline Hospital. He did tell us that Corpus Christi Fire Department did transport 4 people. The Corpus Christi Fire Department, again, is confirming that they did transport 4 people to Corpus Christi Shoreline. A total of 6 people are there. 2 others were rescued by the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is also out here. I do want to go ahead and tell you that Corpus Christi Fire Department is out here. The Texas Department of Public Safety is out here. We've also got the several authorities here. Also, Chief Rocha did tell us that County Judge Barbara Canales is in the know about this. They also said that the emergency management team is in the know about this. They also said that they will inform the governor's office about this situation once Judge Canales does get a better view of this situation right now. As this information is coming in, we are out here right now. But what we can confirm is that Chief Rocha says they are trying to mitigate this situation. They're trying to find out exactly what happened. When questioned about, exactly what happened, he did tell us that at the moment they are investigating to find out, what happened with that pipe, what happened with that dredge at the moment. But remember, stay away from this area. We're off of Upriver and Latana Road. This is around the port of Corpus Christi. As you can see here, this is the Interstate Grain Port Terminal. Please stay from this area, stay away from this area, because as we were driving a little bit, I was driving from SPID, you could see the incredible amount of smoke. This was an incredible fire earlier. You could see those flames earlier. We were on the other side of this fire, and you could see those flames. Right now we are at the media base. We are going to be informed minute by minute. At about 10:15, 10:30, we are going to receive some information. So it's already 10:15 right now, but we are trying to get that information. At about 10:30, the Port of Corpus Christi is supposed to give us more information about what's going on. But of course, you can count on us to be here. We are at this scene right now, but what we can confirm to you right now is that Chief Rocha with the Corpus Christi Fire Department did tell us that 6 people are currently at the Corpus Christi Christus Swan Shoreline Hospital. But we've also got some more information that I do want to go ahead and share with you. The Coast Guard is confirming that 6 people are still missing. So the Coast Guard is still confirming that at the moment 6 people are still missing. We are going to be here on the scene. You can count on Chris 6 News to bring you all of the information. Of course, stay tuned to our Facebook Lives because we're going to be bringing you all of the information. For now, here in the Port of Corpus Christi, Javier Guerra. Back to you, Paulo.
You just heard from a reporter at Chris TV there in Corpus Christi telling us that at least 6 people have now been taken to a hospital in Corpus Christi because of this explosion. And he just shared a few moments ago that the Coast Guard confirmed that at least 6 people are still reported missing at this time. Devastating news for that area, and we hope that there are some good news to be able to share with those people right now. But that fire is burning just behind this reporter, behind those grain terminals. Let's take a listen one more time. He's sharing more details.
He did not tell us at the moment, but he said he would be back shortly to give us more information. Of course, when he comes in, he briefs us, he goes back, assesses the situation at their center, then comes back and gives us all that information. But yes, as you can see, it's just incredible the amount of smoke. As I was driving from SPID on the south side of Corpus Christi, you could see the incredible amount of smoke right here, as you can see, Paulo. Just incredible fire as well. We were on the other side and you could see just the fire spewing out of this area. So again, Paulo, just anybody who's in this area is asked to stay out of the area to make sure, that there are no more injuries to this. But what we can confirm right now is that the Coast Guard says that 6 people are currently missing, and 6 people, according to the Corpus Christi Fire Chief Rocha, are in Christus Swan Shoreline. And remember, 4 of those were rescued by Corpus Christi Fire Department, and 2 of those were rescued by the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is also out here on this situation, Paulo.
Looks like the reporter is being given the all clear to move up from the camera and continue his reporting and gather more details. Once again, we are looking live at Corpus Christi. The camera's being adjusted at this time, so we may be able to get another image at some point. The feed also may be down. So we are going to continue monitoring what's happening in Corpus Christi. Again, what we know is that a fire has started at a port there after an explosion. What's being said at this time is that a barge may have hit a pipeline, causing that blast. At least 6 people are now in the hospital, and the Coast Guard, according to this reporter, is saying that another 6 people are missing at this time. We will continue to monitor this. If there are any other updates throughout the day, we will bring that to you, share it with you so that you can get that latest information, because I know many of you may have family members in that area or plan to go and take a vacation or trip down there to the water. So please stay with us here at KXAN. You can find the latest information on our website, kxan.com, and on the KXAN News app. For now, I'm going to take down our stream since the feed from Corpus Christi has been discontinued at this time. We will bring the latest to you all as soon as we know it. Once again, I'm Will Dupree here in the KXAN Live studio. We thank you for watching. Please, everyone, stay safe and healthy, and if at all possible, still at home.